What's up, people? Welcome back. So glad that you're here so I can take you through an updated what I eat in a day. And yeah, my cats were hungry, and as always, I feed them first before I feed myself. They are such munchkins, especially in the morning. Wow, and they munch so loud. Anyways, when I fed all my cats, because I have three, they are satisfied and it's finally time to look after myself. After a full 8 hours of sleep, I am always so dehydrated, so I start my day with around 700 milliliters of water, and I like to add some lemon in that, not because it has any benefits, just because it's very tasty, especially on an empty stomach. So I was going to train, and of course I need to be hydrated first, but I also need to eat a little bit. I am not a big believer in giant breakfasts before a heavy workout because, well, I just puke, so that's not a good idea. So I just took a banana and that was my breakfast, kind of, because after training I will make sure to eat a proper meal. Every time I walk out the door, I just like to appreciate my little palm tree here and like to believe it's summer. Yeah, I live in the Netherlands in Amsterdam and it's so rainy. Especially the last few weeks, it's been raining every single day. And I think you can imagine how that hits your energy. I mean, look at my back, it's really bad. So what I did the last few weeks is get up earlier than normal. This was at 8 a.m. I was totally dying of tiredness, but I need to get as much daylight in as I can. So I started off with an incline walk to wake up even more. Now, I'll be honest, it was supposed to be leg day, but plans changed, baby, and I just didn't have the energy for it. So I switched it up to an upper day. And I'd rather not do a leg day when I know I can't put my full 100% energy into it. So, like I said, it's more than fine to switch up some plans, and especially because it was a busy day, I needed to be at meetings, I needed to be at recordings for all kinds of things where I'm going to take you with me. So this was the best solution. I hit some shoulders, I hit some chest, I did some back, and I felt great. I quickly ran to the grocery store, which is luckily next to the gym, to get some fresh fruit. I got some salad ingredients and everything I needed to make my meals today because we didn't have that much in the house. And I know this probably sounds ridiculous, but I love doing this. Getting groceries, put it in my basket on front of my bike and just bike like I'm this French lady. All I'm missing is a baguette. Before going home. I know it sounds ridiculous. Anyways, let's move on to the first meal of the day. Now, I didn't have much time, so I needed to be quick. And yes, those were the onions. God damn, that was a lot. Anyways, I needed to be quick, so I just thought, why not make a simple salad, which I can take with me. It can stay in the car for about 2 hours, and it will be fine to eat after. So what I did is I just got all kinds of ingredients and combined them. So I had some red onion, I had corn, I had black beans, as you can see. A lot of protein in that too, so that's great. I quickly washed my lettuce and I used a salad spinner. I actually had to search for that word, but this thing is freaking awesome because I hate washing salads. So this actually just spins out all the water that is still left in the salad that I just washed, and then you can just use it accordingly. I also added some avocado. Now, I always have a few laying around so they can ripe in a few days after I buy them. And this one was absolutely perfect. Oh, look at that. I just love it when avocados turn out that way and I can just really enjoy it. So this is the way I scoop out the avocado in a quick way because there are so many methods to do this, but this is still my favorite. It is easy, it's chopped right away, and you're done and good to go. Especially when in a hurry, this is awesome. Now, because avocado tends to get a brownish color, I like to add some lime onto that because that will go against that whole process. I also added some spices like some garlic, a little bit of salt, a little bit of onion powder, and what I love to use in my salads lately is balsamico vinegar. Also some olive oil, and then it's time to shake it up. Now, this is a special Nochtli way, okay, to mix up the salad, but it works. So it's definitely my recommendation. Just shake up your salad and it's done. I mean, how easy can it be? I also add in the smoked chicken I had. Not outside the box, that I got at the grocery store, and then my avocado on top, and this is gonna be practically my lunch after my appointment. How easy is it when you're in a hurry Put everything together, blend it, and take it with you. I mean, that's just exactly what I did here. I needed a post-workout meal. This is just blueberry, it's mango, it's almond milk, and a clear whey in peach tea. This is gonna get me the nicest smoothie bowl ever, and since it's just, how do you say that, like travelable, you can just take it with you anywhere. I also added some muesli on top with a little bit of chocolate in it. Oh, so good. Now this makes my meal for on the go. It's super healthy, filling, and delicioso. Back in the day when I didn't know much about food, I would grab pre-packed sugary snacks instead of my fresh meals, just because I didn't know any better. But when I learned more about nutrition and just tried new stuff, I knew this was my way to a better, healthy lifestyle. I just made myself a priority, which means that the decision to make a smoothie bowl in 3 minutes or get a sugary snack in less than a second all of a sudden became so easy. Now onto the recording studio, which was far out of town, so it was about an hour drive. This wasn't just a Dutch interview, but one that laid really close to my heart, because it's for women by women. They stand for diversity, and we had such lovely topics to talk about. Mental health, my journey in fitness and the business world, so many things that hopefully inspire the ones who will see the interview later. But as fun as this was, it also drained my energy so much talking about deep emotions and heavy topics. The appointment lasted for about 3 hours, so I really needed that salad. So as I sat next to the gas station and parked my car to eat, I really needed a moment to breathe. Interviews can be so intense sometimes, especially when it's about your own feelings and mental health. And I feel like such an outgoing person, but when you throw me into a group of people where the focus is all on me, I just need a moment for myself to deload again. Anyways, initially I went into the gas station shop for a drink, but my eye caught some M&Ms. So having this as a dessert after my healthy meal was awesome. A few hours after I came home, I knew it was time for dinner, so I looked in my fridge and I still saw some pizza cheese, I saw my tortillas, and some tuna. I was like, hell yes, I'm going to make a tuna pizza, but then from a tortilla wrap. I also got some tomato sauce still in the fridge, and I used that as a base for my tortilla pizza. I don't know what you want to call it. In between, Louis, my tiny cat, or at least he's really ginormous, but he's always my tiny boy. He needed to have a cuddle, and he just mowed until I picked him up and he was quiet. Sometimes he's really just like a baby. Oh well, anyways, it was the cutest moment ever, so I had to put it in the video. It has nothing to do with the eating, but I mean, look at the boss. A tortilla pizza is super easy to make. All your beautiful self will need is, of course, a big tortilla. I have some tomato sauce. This is one with herbs already in it, so I don't have to season it. I just roughly use about 50 grams, I think. Then on the side, I prepare my tuna. This is tuna in water, very important, in water. So I get that out and add in a little bit of olive oil myself. I just like it more for the flavor, because the one in oil is just too much for me. I don't know. I like this more. The spices I used was just some simple garlic, some pepper, and some salt. It all gives the tuna a little bit more of a spice and a bite, and I like that more. So if you add all your mixture on top of the tortilla, make sure to spread it out evenly, because it bakes better then. And you have a full spread out pizza, which just is way more tasty. Now on top of everything I just mentioned, I add the pizza cheese, and I did weigh this up front, so I know exactly what to eat. And it just makes things really easy because everything is within my calories. The last step is to put some oregano on top of the cheese. It gives a lovely flavor, and definitely your house will smell amazing. Now when baking the pizza, as you can see, I did not use a baking sheet underneath my pizza, but I did put it underneath the pizza, as in a way that is on the bottom tray. So if anything falls off, it just falls on the baking sheet. Now I put my oven on 10 minutes on 180 degrees, which is 82 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'll just let that sit for a moment. In the meantime, I can prepare my fresh vegetables, which also go into the oven. I mean, it's just super easy to make, and honestly, you don't have to do much for it. You just have to cut it up and eventually spice it a little, but then it can bake at the same time, and you don't have to wait that long on your food, you know, especially when you're busy. This is very handy to do at the same time. Anyways, I cut it up into little pieces, and while my pizza is still baking, I'm trying to keep an eye on it. If it is too short, the 10 minutes, I just put it in for another 10 minutes. Same goes for the vegetables. Now, in the meantime, I made some drink. Of course, I drink a lot throughout the day, but this is so delicious, so I needed to mention it. It is lime green tea lemonade, and it's sugar-free. In the meantime, my pizza was done, and as you can see, the outside is very crispy, but the inside and the bottom is a little bit softer. Now, I like my pizza exactly like this, but of course you can bake it in whatever way you like it. I like this a lot because the cheese is so crispy, as you can see, and it matches perfectly with just a fresh bowl of vegetables. Now this, my ladies and gentlemen, is my dinner. I did need to do a lot of work still on my laptop, so I decided to eat it behind my laptop, which was maybe not such a good idea with my nasty fingers, but you know, I was very careful. At the end of the evening, I was in for a dessert, and not just a dessert, because I am making protein pancakes, and these are the most delicious pancakes you will ever have. Okay, it's my dessert. It is delicious. And as you can see, it is so easy to make. I mean, you put all of these ingredients into a blender along with some almond milk, and I took some flavor drops, but it's optional. This time I used vanilla. You just blend it up and you have your pancake batter. Now, it really depends on how thick you bake them, how many pancakes you will get in the end. But I like to make them thin, so they bake a little faster, and I can eat faster. And eventually I end up with more. Now, as you can see, they're super thin, and if you flip them too fast, they rip. So please be patient. As you can see here, I wasn't, and mine ripped. In the end, I had about 15 tiny pancakes, which I could lay out beautifully on my platter. Now, I need something too, right? And lately, I've been really loving decorating my plates before I eat it. Now, in the meantime, my cat, little chubby Louis, needed to be picked up. I don't know what he has lately, but he's constantly meowing like a little kid and doesn't stop until I pick him up. He's really turning into this cuddle cat, and I absolutely love it, but from time to time, it's not very handy. I mean, look how he's enjoying this. God, sometimes it really does feel like I'm having a kid. Will you look at this? Oh my god, this was so good. Heaven in my mouth. I added the raspberries and some peanut butter on top too, and this was so enjoyable. Now, do you see how easy a healthy lifestyle can be actually? While we enjoyed this little background video of me and Louis, I just want to tell you that even while losing weight, you can enjoy food to the max. But sometimes you just need to see the right video to realize that it's not a burden. It's a blessing in disguise, and you can do this too. I really hope you enjoyed my video. Thank you so much. Please subscribe for more videos like these. A lot of love to you, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!